WRCR 952, this is Tim in Stockbridge.
All right. Hey, YouTube folks. Let me put my dinner plate over here. I am just now finishing dinner. In fact, it's not quite finished technically, but you know, I got to get it over there so it's out of reach. Otherwise, I'm going to nibble on it. I've been caught nibbling on my dinner during nets before. Let's see. Okay. What an exciting time. North Georgia GMRS is growing in our membership. That's pretty cool stuff. Where's my mouse? It's been really neat to see. Oh, we picked up another member today. Our total membership is now 220 licensed members. That's paid members. People who have actually paid, to for their families or whatnot. So I don't know. I don't have any kind of a breakdown as to. There probably is one here somewhere. I just don't. I don't care enough about to know. But 220 licensed members with 436 unit numbers assigned, and of that group, 118 are ham radio licensed. So that's pretty cool. All this information is available on our webpage. Nothing secret here. And I'm going to take my headset off for just one moment, and I'm going to clear my throat. All right, got about 45 seconds. Let's see. Here's my beverage. Where's my spare beverage? All right. Okay, there's my in case of emergency device. And got a script here somewhere. It's mostly right. Let's see, I need to make a change right there. VoIP. All right. Tim in Stockbridge. Before I get started here, in case you happen to watch this, I want to thank you for the information that you've provided to the membership along the way. You're very, very good at providing very good information in a timely manner, and just want to recognize you for that and say thanks. It is time to go. Where's my button at? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Good evening, and welcome to the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net. I'll be working off the Pine Log repeater tonight, but we'll be networked in with Sassafras, Ball Ground, Somerville, Jersey, Lookout Mountain, Crawford, Madison, McDonough, Zebulon, Columbus, Noonan, Moreland, and of course the VoIP server. Tonight our RF coverage is in excess of 31,000 square miles. This net takes place every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. I'd like to thank everyone who has made the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net the most expansive and active net in the country. Let me break. Tonight your net control is Atlanta 946, WQIR 514. My name is Justin, and I'm located here in Woodstock. On the net, you can talk about your day's activities, radio equipment, or anything you think we'd like to know. This is a family-based network, so we encourage you to get your family involved. We love to hear from the kids. Once the floor is open, it is permissible to address the other members of the net by their name and their tactical unit number. The use of your FCC call sign is only required when you sign in and sign out of the net. When signing in, please speak slowly and clearly as you give your tactical unit number, your call sign, your name, and your location. So we need TAC number, call sign, name, location. All right, at this time I'm going to go ahead and start taking check-ins. If we have any VoIP check-ins, please call Net Control now.
Net Control, this is WRA 2241 Atlanta 403. Port Charlotte, Florida. Check it in. This is Noonan 25, WRCL 957. Joe in Fayetteville, Georgia, south of Atlanta, coming in on Zello. Hello, Justin, and everybody on the net. This is Atlanta 420 here in Roswell, Georgia. My name is William, WRFS 771, and welcome everyone. This will be my first meeting.
Okay, at this time, Net Control will acknowledge Atlanta 403. Bobby hanging out with us in Port Charlotte, Florida. Thank you, Bobby, for checking in with us tonight. Looking forward to hearing about your adventures in the Sunshine State. Next on my list, I have Noonan 25 Joe in Fayetteville. Good evening, Joe. I know you've got a couple things going on tonight, but I appreciate you taking the time to check in with us, and thank you for that. Next on our list is the star of the evening, Atlanta 420 William in Roswell. William, I want to say thanks. I really do appreciate you becoming a member, and especially becoming a lifetime member. That is very, very cool stuff. And just want to take a moment right here now to welcome you to the family of North Georgia GMRS Network. And we're glad to have you aboard. Looking forward to getting to know you. I've heard you on the air a little bit this week, and it's good stuff. So thank you for that. At this time, I'm assuming we've got all of our VoIP check-ins, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to any visiting, transient licensed GMRS operators or new members of the North Georgia GMRS Net. This is anyone who is licensed but is not a member of the North Georgia GMRS network, but who's in the area and would like to check in, or any new members to the group. Please call Net Control now. And crickets, and that's okay. And let's see here. Here we go.
This is 253 WQNV 274, late check-in on Zello.
Alright. Okay, Donald, I've got you in here, Atlanta 253, up there in the woods around Blairsville. Thank you, Donald, for checking in with us tonight. Looking forward to talking with you. And with that, I think that covers our guests and our new members and our VoIP check-ins. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to Pine Log check-ins. Anyone wishing to check in on the Pine Log repeater, please call Net Control now.
This is Atlanta 115, WRDQ 678, Brian and Ball Ground. Justin, please go ahead, check me in and out, sir. I just drove to Orlando and back in one day, and I've still got some other things to do. And I also want to say welcome to Atlanta 420, to the North Georgia family. Proud to have you with us, and we'll look forward to talking with you some other time. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening.
Atlanta 420, checking in on the Pine Log repeater there. I just came off the Zillow. Yeah, did close. I didn't know if you turned it on.
This is Atlanta 80 WRFN 658, Scott in Dallas.
This is Andrew in Holly Springs.
This is 123 WRFP 619er. Tim sitting on the deck in Woodstock, Georgia.
This is. Hey, this is Atlanta 26 Flip in Druid Hills. Checking in. Hope everybody's doing well tonight.
83 WRFS 882, Tony checking in from Villa Rica.
This is Atlanta 261, Scott from Holly Springs. Mr. Justin, if you don't mind, I'll be checking in and I'll check in out, but we'll be monitoring as usual. Thank you, Net Control.
This is Atlanta 93 WRFW 780, Brian in Marietta.
This is Atlanta 276, WRED 972, Kirby, Ken.
This is Atlanta 275 WREB 972 Ken in Canton.
This is Atlanta 780 WQUV 439 Houston and Austell.
This is Atlanta 91 WQXN 735 Alfonso from Marietta. I'm checking in and checking out.
Okay, Net Control will we'll jump in right here and acknowledge the check-ins that we have. Got a pretty good run of them. I want to start off with Atlanta 420 William in Roswell. Once you've checked in on any of the modes, William, you're in the log and you're good to go. So thank you for that, and we'll come back to you for your comments here in just a little bit. Next on my list, I have Atlanta 115 Brian in Ball Ground. Brian drove to Orlando and back in one day. Must not have had the missus with him because I'm pretty sure had 947 been with me to Orlando and I wanted to come back in the same day, that wouldn't have happened. We would have had to have stopped in Orlando to visit for a while and go see Mickey and Minnie or Universal or something. But I don't think I would have gotten away with there and back in a day. So kudos, Brian. Good job. And I'm sure you're wiped out. So go get some rest. I appreciate you making the effort to check in and hang out with us tonight. If you're monitoring or if you're not, that's okay too. Because I bet you're spent. Next on my list, I have Atlanta 80 Scott in Dallas. It's great to hear from you this evening, Scott. Thank you for checking in. Next, I have Atlanta 57 Andrew in Holly Springs. Andrew, it's always a pleasure. I have Atlanta 123 Tim in Woodstock. Tim, it's great to hear from you. Looking forward to your comments here in a little bit. Atlanta 26 Flip in Druid Hills. Flip, thanks for helping me out here with the log tonight. I see you poking around in there. That's cool. And looking forward to talking with you. I have Atlanta 83. I think it's 83. I missed the very beginning of your TX there, Tony, in Villa Rica. If that's not correct, come back and let me know, but I've got you in the log as Atlanta 83 for the moment. So I'm going to keep moving here, and like I say, if that's not correct, you can correct me here in a little while. Next on my list, I have Atlanta 261 Scott in Holly Springs. Scott's got family things going on this evening, but he's going to try to monitor as best he can. I've got you in and out, Scott. Thank you for that. Next on my list is Atlanta 93, Brian in Marietta. Brian, I'm looking forward to talking with you this evening. I'm not sure if this might be the first time that I've had you in a log. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Next on my list is Atlanta 276, Kirby in Canton, followed immediately by Atlanta 275, Ken in Canton. Thank you guys for checking in with us this evening. Looking forward to talking with both of you. I have Atlanta 780, Houston in Austell. Looking forward to that, Houston. We'll talk with you in just a little while. And Atlanta 91, Alfonso in Marietta. Alfonso's in and out tonight. I hope things are going well, and look forward to talking with you at some point in the future, Alfonso. That's what I have for Pine Log check-ins. Atlanta 83, if that's not correct, please come back now. And if we have any other Pine Log check-ins, please call Net Control. Okay, I think I heard Atlanta 83 again, so let's just have a look-see here. All right, Atlanta 83 is Tony in Villa Rica. Very good. Okay. All right, Tony, thank you for that confirmation. I see you also in the roster as Atlanta 83. I should have looked at that first, but thank you for confirming that. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take check-ins from any repeater, anywhere. Anyone wishing to check into the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net, please call Net Control now.
Atlanta 60, WQYU 407, Gary and Newman.
UMN 733, Atlanta 36, mobile, in and out.
This is Daytona 22, WRCR 952. This Tim is in an easy chair in Stockbridge. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Justin. And take me in and out. I'll be listening as much as possible, but probably won't be able to get back to you tonight. So in and out it is. Y'all have a great evening.
WRDT 831, Jim and Ken, in and out.
This is 1055, WRCG 798. Check me in and out, please.
Okay, my last two check-ins. I had Jim in Canton, and I missed your TAC number. And right after that, I had, I believe it was Chat 55. And if I could get your name and location, I will get both of you logged in and out. Jim, if you would please come first.
145, WRDT 831.
Excellent. And was that Chat 55 after Jim?
Center 55, WRCG 798. Check me in and out, please.
All right. Can I get a name and a city?
Joe, Whiskey Romeo, Bravo Tango, 221.
All right. I don't know if that was Chat 55 or who that was. James Cady. WRCG 79.
Come in for Net Control.
Okay. Okay, at this time, Net Control is going to acknowledge the check-ins that I have, starting with Atlanta 60 Gary in Noonan. Gary, thank you for checking in with us this evening. Looking forward to talking with you here in just a little while. Next on my list, I have Atlanta 36. Bill is mobile, and I've got you in the log, Bill, as in and out. Be careful out there. Looking forward to catching up with you real soon. Next on my list is McDonough 22. Tim in the easy chair, Stockbridge, Georgia. Thank you, Tim, for checking in with us tonight. Appreciate you hanging out with us as long as you're able. And if you get the opportunity to chime in, feel free. We'll just change the log accordingly if that happens. Next on my list, I have Atlanta 145, Jim in Canton. Thank you, Jim, for checking in with us tonight. I've got you in the log as in and out, and I believe it's Chattanooga 55. I do not have a name or a city, so but I've got you in the log as in and out. So if that's good enough for you, that's good enough for me. And then finally, I had a request for a comment from Atlanta 253, Donald. Donald, go ahead.
Chattanooga, in East Ridge, this is 255.
All right, if you would check me out as a log, please.
Understand, Donald, short time this evening. I've got you in the log as in and out, so thank you for that, and hopefully you'll be able to stick around and monitor. Okay, Chat 55, I've got you in as East Ridge. When you key up, it takes a moment for the repeaters to all come alive, and very often we lose the very first couple of syllables that you speak, and I think that's why I'm missing your name and part of your transmission there. So I've got you in here as East Ridge. I know that's not your name, but that's what I've got at the moment. If you want to come back one more time, you're welcome to it. But I think we've got a pretty good roundup for our check-ins at this point. We'll take late check-ins later, and we'll just move on. So I'm going to get break here real quick for Chat 55 if he wants to come back, and then we'll start at the top.
Yeah, I just don't want to tie the net up, Justin. This is Doug, D-O-U-G, right here in East Ridge.
East Ridge. All right, I've got you now, Doug. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. And very clear transmission that time. Was able to catch all of it. So got you in there. Chat 55, Doug in East Ridge, and I've got you in the log as in and out. Thank you for checking in with us this evening. And with that, I'm going to go to the top of the list. And let's see, who do we have up here? We have Atlanta 403, Bobby in Port Charlotte, Florida. What's happening in the Sunshine State?
Well, good evening, North Georgia, and Justin too. Yeah, it's hot down here in the Sunshine State. When I first got here a couple weeks ago, it wasn't bad, but it's warm now. We got it today. I'm telling you, the heat and humidity and the mosquitoes too much for me, but I'm having a pretty good time hanging with my dad. And glad to be able to connect to the net tonight and be able to listen to everybody. And yeah, a lot of new people, a lot of new voices out there. Very good, very cool. And I think this is the first time I've ever been at the top of the list. That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, just been keeping busy around the house here, taking care of my dad. If everybody doesn't know, he had a couple of stints done, and he needs a couple more done in the next coming months. So I may be down here in Florida for quite a while. But once again, good hearing from everybody, and do a good job tonight, Justin. Thanks. 403 will be clear and standing by.
All right, Bobby. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying your hot adventures in Florida, and I hear your comments, and I'm pretty sure this is not the first time that you've been at the top of a list. This might be the first time you've been at the top of mine, but I'm quite confident you've been at the top of many lists throughout your time. So, but glad to know that you're down there taking care of things with your dad and helping out with that. You know, when we get to that age, it's good to have family that we can count on, and so that's cool that you're able to do that for your family and be that guy. So good stuff. All right, Bobby. Well, great talking with you, and looking forward to catching up with you some more through the week. Next on my list, I have Noonan25 Joe in Fayetteville. Joe, you've got a couple of plates spinning this evening, don't you?
Hey, Justin, I had to hit the correct button on the cello thing. You know, what's not going on, right, brother? Lots of stuff going on. Probably most importantly, tomorrow night, my son virtually graduates from high school, and the nest will be empty, as we talked about last week. So we're excited for my son, Steven, and we're going to be spending the weekend celebrating him. Well, I'm excited about the next check-in that you have on this net. Atlanta 420, who I had the pleasure of talking with earlier today. Man, he's a new member, and he starts off with a bang, a lifetime membership. Maybe you should give them a VIP check-in spot. Maybe lifetime members should check in at the top of the list, Justin. I don't know. But I don't want to hold it. Good to hear everybody tonight. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget the reason for the weekend, for those who've given the ultimate sacrifice. And I appreciate it. This is Noonan25 WRCL 957 Joe in Fayetteville.
Well, thank you for those comments, Joe. And yes, I'd forgotten that Memorial Day weekend. Where did this month go? Is that this weekend? No, we've got yeah, sure enough. Sure enough. All right. Well, I guess I've got some weekend planning to do. And yes, there is a reason for Memorial Day, and many have given, and some have given all, and that's the point. So we should take a moment and ponder that, and be sure that this weekend that you take some time out and reflect on the freedoms that this country has, and those who made the ultimate sacrifice to guarantee those freedoms. And something to think about too as we move forward through this strange time. Freedom is a current hot topic, and one I don't really want to get into tonight, but you know, it is out there, and yeah, that's some interesting stuff. So thank you for that, Joe. Appreciate your VIP check-in and VIP check-ins. That's an interesting concept. We'll have to give that some thought. Atlanta 420 William in Roswell. It's great to meet you.
Atlanta 420. It's great to meet all of you as well. And no, I'm comfortable being right in the center of the mix there. Old Bobby, it's good hearing from, I think those, the VIPs are the ones that are from, calling in from out of state. I like to hear any international ones and anyone that's using the app. I think it's a fantastic feature. But I toggle back and forth between radio and the Zero app, and still thinking up applications and how to get the family set up with it, and the aunts and uncles and everyone there. Over.
Well, that's one of the great things about GMRS radio, is that license covers so much of your family, and it's a great tool to get family members involved in radio that you know, many of us are hams, and ham radio is a great medium for the radio hobby. But GMRS radio allows family members that maybe can't or won't pass the knowledge test to be able to get a ham license, to still be involved in the radio hobby. And you know, it's something that we like to refer to as the gateway to more advanced radio hobbies. That's how 947 and I started off. We started off right here in GMRS, and through time we have both achieved general licenses for ham radio. So it's a great way to get people involved in radio that otherwise might not want to or be able to. So glad to hear of that, and glad to hear you on the air and in the middle of the log is just okay too. I know we at one point we made a point of bringing Atlanta 60. Anytime he would check in, he would go to the top of the list, and he said, don't do that, just put me in there with everybody else wherever it lands. And so that's what we do with him. So I can appreciate folks not necessarily wanting to go first, and not necessarily wanting to go last, and yeah, that works. So thank you, William, for checking in with us this evening, and we're looking forward to hearing you on the air through the week and getting to know you a little bit better as we go. And